Hello there, guys. Welcome back to my gaming channel. My name is Amy. If you're watching this channel, you probably have not seen a video on this channel in about 2 years, and that is because I kind of gave up on gaming. One, the computer I was using for gaming completely went kaput, and two, I didn't really play The Sims 4 that much. But today I'm coming here with a speed build. I know this is probably like Sims gaming circa 2016. This probably isn't even cool anymore, but I just started using The Sims 4 for the first time. I'd only played it for about 4 hours in the past, and so I decided I needed to learn how to build better in The Sims 4. So I challenged my friend Hillary to give me something she drew on graph paper, and I was going to have to build it in The Sims 4. So this is the drawing it's on the screen right now, the drawing she gave me, and I basically just had to take that and roll with it and try to make it into a house as best as possible. Now, since I have not built in The Sims 4 before, there's like, before this build, I'd only built one other things, and it was like a basic box house. So this drawing she gave me was a big challenge for me. And I'm glad that I asked her to do this because I was like so unfamiliar with the controls. Like, you're gonna see through this speed build me just like being like, what on earth do you do with that? Like, I was so confused. And this build had so many angles and so many different shapes that it really challenged quite a bit. Because as you can see, like, just right now by the walls I'm currently building, like, literally this building is just like completely made out of different octagon and like hexagon type shapes, and so I was that was the whole build. So it was a lot different from anything, well, I'd barely ever built in The Sims 4. Basically, up until about 2 weeks ago, I only played The Sims 3. I had a computer that The Sims 3 worked really well on, and that computer finally went kaput because that computer is from a long time ago. It's a very old computer. So I finally plunged and started using my Sims 4, which I probably purchased like 6 years ago and just have not used. Yeah, so I tried to make this as close to my friend's drawing as humanly possible. There were some things I had to like edit a little bit, which you'll see in a second. I had to make the bathrooms a little bit bigger so that I could fit a shower in both the bathrooms. I actually really like the way this house turned out, and I think Hillary did an amazing job designing it, and I think in the future I might like have a partnership with Hillary and just have her draw me some like crazy things, or maybe even some simple fun things. I just think her designs ideas are really awesome. And then I build them in The Sims. So this back area back here, she originally wanted that to be like a greenhouse area, but I didn't know how to do that with base games Sims 4. So instead I made it a pool area. And you'll see in a second, I extended it a little bit farther out so that the pool could be bigger. But you'll see in a second, I didn't realize that when you raise the foundation, that can also raise the pool. So this is really cool, I think, because the pool and the entire backyard is raised, which I really liked. But Hillary said she wanted to go with like an elegant theme for this. So I tried to kind of make it elegant, and it just kind of ended up turning into being like a modern black and white themed house, pretty much. See, this is me trying to figure out the bathrooms, because the bathroom was going to be both of the bathrooms were going to be way too small to put showers in. So I was like, I'm going to have to edit this a little bit. So I edited it a little bit so that I could put showers in both bathrooms, because I needed that like extra tile, that like one extra square to make sure I could put a shower in. Now, originally in her drawing, she put 2 staircases that were on the diagonal, and I was gonna try to do those so that I could maybe add like 2 more bedrooms up top, but I learned through this, because I'm still learning how to build in The Sims 4, learned you cannot do on the diagonal, you cannot do staircases in The Sims 4, but I did learn you can like make them different like shapes and stuff. I didn't know you could do that, because obviously that wasn't an option in The Sims 3 if you've ever played The Sims 3. So yeah, that was really fun and exciting to learn. I didn't end up using any stairs in this build, so this is a 1-story crazy build, but I hope in the future maybe Hillary will give me some, 2-story challenges in the future that I can make. And then I'm also hoping my friend DJ also plays The Sims. I'm hoping she can give me some challenging build ideas as well in the future, because this was really fun. Now you'll see as I start decorating the outside, because this first part is just my unfurnished version, so it's just the like outside of the house and basic wall paint and floors. I do the like furnishing in part 2, which will be out on Wednesday, which I don't even know if Simmers on YouTube do part 1s and part 2s, and like the Sims people I watch now are like all using face cam, so I don't know if like, do I need to start using face cam? I'm still learning, guys. I haven't made a Sims video in 2 years, but yeah, when I saw that pool got raised the way I wanted it to, I was so excited. I didn't know you could do that in The Sims 4. But yeah, and then I found these really cool like modern looking fences that were a little bit taller, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is just gonna be such a cool modern backyard. Yeah, so then I pretty much just continued with like my black and white theme pretty much all the way around the house. I found out that the stairs don't have a foundation on them. You put wallpaper on them. I did not know that. So I spent probably, I mean, this is really sped up. I probably spent like 5 minutes trying to get the foundation to go on the stairs until I realized that that wasn't going to happen. So, yeah. Also, this like brick work thing that I originally put on the outside did not end up staying that way. I did change the entire outside. And I went instead to like a lattice work, not lattice, like a shiplap type thing I changed it to, because I realized this was looking like way too much like a castle. And that was not my intention. I don't know if that was Hillary's intention, because she said like elegant modern, and I was making it look like medieval. You'll see with the windows I put on in a second. I ended up completely ixnaying those windows and changing them. See, these windows like are totally medieval to me. But I don't end up using those windows for the whole build. I end up ixnaying those and going with some different ones. But yeah, this was really exciting. This was so fun. Just learning all this stuff. The one thing I did learn about this is there's very limited color swatches, where there was of course the color wheel in Sims 3. So that is like something I'm going to have to definitely get used to when building in The Sims 4, is because you have limited choices on colors. If there's a mod out there I can get, now I said I wasn't going to mod my Sims 4 game, but if I can get a color wheel with a mod, please let me know, because I would really, really love to use a color wheel again. This drove me crazy, not having the color wheel. But yeah, I do only have the base game and the Island Living. Is it Island Living or Island Paradise? I can't remember which one's Sims 3 and which one's Sims 4. I have the Island one, so basically if you only have base game, there's very few island objects that I used in this build, so if you only have base game, this build will work perfectly for you. I did not test every room, however, after I put furniture in it and stuff. I didn't test every room to see if it was all playable, but you can download this unfurnished version where there's no furniture inside and you can furnish it however you like. You could definitely make some of these other rooms into bedrooms, because my intention with this house was to only have 2 bedrooms, and the other rooms were like music rooms and art rooms and a library, and I ended up putting a gym in. I was going to have a separate library and a separate office, but it just didn't work out the way I wanted it to. So one of those rooms ended up being a in-home gym, which is really fun. Yeah, I did love some of these doors. Like, I'm in love with these doors on The Sims 4. I love it. I was like, oh my gosh, all these doors are so cool. Yeah, but as you can tell, I switched to the other windows because the other ones were looking a little too much like medieval for me. So yeah, and then I found that really cool, like, weird shaped window that would go perfect on the bathroom that I was real happy about. I love how symmetrical this build is, though. I think it's so cool, and I'm so grateful that Hillary built something so symmetrical like that. The only thing weird about this house, because I tried to go to as close to her floor plan as possible, is both of the bathrooms are en suites, so there's no bathroom. Like, if you have guests, they gotta walk through one of the bedrooms, and you could definitely change that. If you download this house, you could definitely put another door in one of those bathrooms. But I don't know, I thought it looked cool though, having both the bedrooms be en suites. So I just left it like that. I also did put those really cool for the library. You can't tell, I keep moving, but for the library / office room, I put a really cool door that's actually a bookcase. So like, it doesn't look like a door, it just looks like there's a bookcase in the inside the hallway, which I thought was really cool. I'm putting these big lights so I could, light the inside of the house, just so I could do wallpapers for every wall. I tried to like use light colorings. When I did end up furnishing, I ended up changing a couple of these wallpapers, but this video is how it is uploaded on the gallery Unfurnished. My gallery name is WeekendAllstars. I'll put the link in the description. And then when it's furnished, it's altered a little bit. Some of the wallpapers and the floorings are altered a little bit when I furnished it. Yeah, I don't know. I just keep talking. Are we supposed to, is this how Sims YouTubers do it now these days? Like, if you guys have any tips and tricks about how to be a Sims YouTuber in 2020 and not 2016, which is what I'm used to, because that's what I did most of my Sims YouTube stuff, and it was all Sims 3 too, so I'm learning Sims 4. So if you guys have tips for the Sims 4, please tell me all the tips. If you see something in the speed build that I did completely wrong, let me know. Oh gosh. All right, we're getting to the roof part. Now, I tried really hard to make these roofs work, and it didn't go perfect, but a roof ends up on the house. Let me just say that. A roof does end up on the house. It's not ideal. It's not a gorgeous roof, but it's a roof. Yeah. Also, if anyone well, I probably can just look this up, but like, I had so much trouble with the controls because I kept going to move the camera back and forth, and then I was accidentally moving objects, and so I need to double check and make sure I don't do that in the future. Yeah, see, I was having so much trouble roofing this. I mean, look, I got it roofed. Like, they are roofed, but it's just roofed very awkwardly in certain spots. But I mean, you know, it's cool. It's modern. It's a modern home. I wish I would have been able to do more of is those octagon roofs? I think those would have been more fun. But they didn't really work out like I planned. So yeah. And then I accidentally did this like giant owl slide of a roof, and that was not my intention, and this was just not working the way I planned. I ended up getting rid of those little octagons on the side completely and just doing just doing a full roof and just getting rid of the octagons because it was not working out the way that I wanted. But yeah, hey, you can definitely download this on the gallery and do roofs the way you want them to be. If you're a little bit more experienced with roof building. I don't know how I got that to look like the dome and the other ones are all pointy. I don't understand how I did that. I'm still learning, guys. If you haven't learned anything from this video, it's that I'm still learning how to Sims. Yeah, but that's what the house ended up looking like. Okay, I think this is where I go back and see that I had yet to figure out the move objects on cheat in this part. Once I got to putting things in, I figured out what the new move objects on cheat was for Sims 4. Then I was like, oh, maybe the house should be darker, and I was like, no, that's not gonna work. So, and I also never changed the roof tiles. I probably should have changed the roof tiles. I just realized that I never updated the roof tiles, so they're just that regular roof tile. But I did change the outside here because I didn't like the brick as much. I changed it to just a white, like, shiplap type thing. I think that's what it's called. And I like that a lot better than the original white brick I used because it was looking way too much like a castle. But yeah, that is it. That is all I built for this, and I hope you enjoy it, and part 2 will be out on Wednesday with the furnished version. Bye guys.